Distinguished guests, if you're able, please stand. Her Excellency, the Right Honourable Dame Cindy Kero, Governor-General of New Zealand.
Amorangi ki mua po te hāpai o ki muri. Kia tau I hōna mana ki tana ki runga ki tēnā o tāta. E hōnore he korori a he mau ngā rongo ki runga ki te mata o te whenua e whakaro pai ki ngā tangata tātena. Arohaina ngā teina me ngā tuakana e noho nei I rungi te whakaaro ko tahi, ai mai.
Please be seated. E ngā mana, e ngā reo, e ngā iwi o ngā hau e whā, tēnei aku mihi mahana ki a koutou. Nau mai, hara mai, ki te whare nei, te whare o te Kāwana Tianara, ki Whanganui Tara. Distinguished guests, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to today's investiture ceremony at Government House in Wellington. I'd like to specifically acknowledge the Acting Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister, Honourable David Seymour, and also Ms Alexandra Vincent Martelli, our kaumātua, Mr Joe Harawira, and our puia, Ms Puhi Wahine Tipple. Tēnā koutou katoa. Hosting investiture ceremonies is one of the most important duties that I perform on behalf of His Majesty, the King of New Zealand. I'm delighted to bring together such an extraordinary group of New Zealanders. You have each brought pride and a greater sense of well-being to Aotearoa New Zealand through your outstanding achievements and your commitment to our communities. On behalf of all New Zealanders, I extend my sincerest thanks to you for your contributions. After each recipient is honoured, I invite you to join with me in congratulating them. Ms Catriona McLeod will now summon the recipients and read their citations.
Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Knight Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit, the Honourable Sir Mark Cooper of Martinborough for services to the judiciary. The Honourable Sir Mark Cooper, Ngāti Mahanga Waikato Tainui, was President of the Court of Appeal from April 2022 to November 2024, having been a Court of Appeal judge from 2014 and a High Court judge from 2004. While a High Court judge, Sir Mark was appointed chairperson of the Royal Commission of Inquiry into building failure caused by the Canterbury earthquakes. He chaired 33 public hearings and led the Commission to deliver 4 reports under intense time pressure and public scrutiny, navigating high volumes of technical material. The detailed findings and recommendations avoided delay to the Canterbury rebuild and provided a sense of resolution to the community. He chaired the Council of Legal Education from 2018 to 2024 and was founding chair of the Judiciary's Open Justice Committee, Huakina Kiatika. Before joining the bench, he was a leader in resource management and local government law. He wrote the annotated text Cooper on Local Government, published as a companion volume to Salmon on the Resource Management Act. He advised on the integration of 13 territorial authorities into one Auckland-based council and 6 territorial authorities into one North Shore-based council. He served on the establishment board of Metro Water Limited, the Museum of Transport and Technology Board, and the Auckland Observatory and Planetarium Trust Board. For 20 years, Sir Mark served on the controlling executive of the Cancer Society of New Zealand Auckland Division. The Honourable Sir Mark Cooper, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit, the Honourable Ruth Richardson of Christchurch, for services as a Member of Parliament and to governance. The Honourable Ruth Richardson was the Minister of Finance in the 4th National Government, the first female to hold this portfolio. She is known for her pioneering Fiscal Responsibility Act 1994. The range of reforms she championed left a legacy of high employment, strong growth, budget surpluses, and low debt. After leaving political office, she established a global consultancy for New Zealand-style public policy reform. She was director and chair of companies in the agribusiness, information technology, biotech, finance, and utility sectors. She was a director of the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. She is a trustee of the Christchurch Early Intervention Trust, which provides services to infants and young children with significant disabilities. Ms. Richardson is chair of the New Zealand Taxpayers Union. The Honourable Ruth Richardson, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Companion of the King's Service Order, Dr. Christopher Longhurst of Napier, for services to survivors of abuse in care. Dr. Christopher Longhurst is the founder and national leader of Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests, Aotearoa, New Zealand, part of a global peer support network for victims and survivors of faith-based and institutional abuse. He has used his personal experience and challenged the response to the abuse experienced within the Catholic Church. His tireless advocacy culminated in a formal acknowledgement by various faith-based institutions of the abuse of children and young adults in their care. He contributed to the Royal Commission of Inquiry into historical abuse in state care and in the care of faith-based institutions. He is a Fellow of the International Centre for Interreligious and Intercultural Dialogue, CICED. Dr. Longhurst currently works in the tertiary education sector. Dr. Christopher Longhurst, please come forward. Mr. Tyrone Marks of Hamilton for services to survivors of abuse in care. Tyrone Marks, Ngāti Raukawa, has been advocating for redress for survivors and recognition of events which occurred at the Lake Alice Psychiatric Hospital Child and Adolescent Unit, Lake Alice Unit. He has used his personal experience to highlight the abuse and torture suffered by approximately 360 children and vulnerable adults between 1972 and 1978. His tireless advocacy culminated in a formal acknowledgement of this abuse by the government. He contributed to the Royal Commission of Inquiry into historical abuse in state care and in the care of faith-based institutions, and as a member of the inquiry's Survivor Advisory Group of Experts. As a member of the Crown Response Unit's Redress Design Group, Mr. Marks has helped develop a survivor-led design for a proposed new redress system following the report. Mr. Tyrone Marks, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Ms. Gillian Boehm of Wellington for services to health. Gillian Boehm began nursing in 1967 and has since been a key founder and leader of quality improvement and quality assurance systems in health care. She has been Senior Advisor at the Health Funding Authority and Principal Advisor at the Ministry of Health. She was the inaugural Chief Advisor on the Quality Improvement Committee and moved to an equivalent leadership role with the Health Quality Safety Commission, where she initiated and delivered New Zealand's first ever Quality Improvement Science Education Programme. She helped to develop the Health and Disability Services safety standards. She directed the establishment of the first National Mortality Review Committee. Ms. Bohm has been an active member of the Australasian Institute of Clinical Governance, Joint Commission International, and the Australasian Association for Quality in Healthcare. Ms. Gillian Bohm, please come forward. Mr. Peter Martin of Auckland, for services to the community, particularly Pacific and LGBTQ+ communities. Peter Martin is Secretary of the Malulonga Trust, a medical services charity supporting Pacific families with children with mental disabilities. He was Secretary of the National Pacific Disability Provider, Pacific Information Advisory Services. He was Secretary of Waka Tuatua Limited, a charitable company providing health services to Whatuora. He was Secretary, Treasurer and Chair of Outline New Zealand, overseeing this telephone counselling service for the LGBTQ+ community during a challenging period predating the legal rights and community support that exists today. He has contributed his services to the Manukau Beautification Charitable Trust and the Village Square Trust. Mr. Martin was a regional governor of JCs, representing New Zealand at international conferences and 27 clubs on the National Council, and is a member of the Mediators Institute of New Zealand. Mr. Peter Martin, please come forward. Mr. Murray Mexted of Mount Maunganui for services to rugby. Murray Mexted played for the All Blacks rugby team between 1979 and 1985. He was recognised as a world-class player, known for his athleticism, skill and leadership. He played 73 matches for the All Blacks, including 6 as captain. He played 114 matches for Wellington Rugby Union, including its 1981 Ranfurly Shield win. He shared his insights on matches from a player's perspective as part of the Sky TV commentary team. He founded the International Rugby Academy of New Zealand to provide aspiring players and coaches with the tools, guidance and mentorship needed to reach their full potential in rugby and in life. He has personally helped more than 100 graduates achieve international status. Mr. Mexted is a life member of Tawa Rugby Football Club and Wellington Football Club. Mr. Murray Mexted, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Mr. Victor Boyd of Auckland, for services to survivors of abuse in care. Mr. Victor Boyd has dedicated more than 50 years advocating for recognition of abuse and torture suffered by approximately 360 people at the Lake Alice Psychiatric Hospital Child and Adolescent Unit in the 1970s. He has been a volunteer researcher for the Citizens Commission on Human Rights since 1977. He has supported survivors in a successful claim on the Lake Alice unit to the United Nations Convention Against Torture. His advocacy culminated in a formal acknowledgement by the New Zealand government of this abuse. Mr. Boyd has been actively involved in the Royal Commission of Inquiry into historical abuse in state care and in the care of faith-based institutions. Mr. Victor Boyd, please come forward. Mr. Brian Kelly of Tauranga for services to broadcasting. Brian Kelly began his career in programming before becoming a sports journalist and broadcaster. He is the voice of motorsport in New Zealand, covering all major racing events in New Zealand since 1975. He is a leading MC, hosting numerous award ceremonies. He regularly covers local Bay of Plenty sports, including rowing, squash, surf lifesaving, rugby, cricket, and hockey. He's a founding board member and trustee of the Western Bay of Plenty Life Education Trust and is a past president of the Motorsport New Zealand Journalist Association. Mr. Kelly volunteers as a tutor and mentor for the New Zealand School of Broadcasting. Mr. Brian Kelly, please come forward. Miss Sarah Ray of Invercargill for services to choral music. Sarah Ray is musical director of the Invercargill Schools Sing Out, leading around 700 students from 20 schools annually to prepare for the three-night festival. She is head of performing arts at Southland Girls High School and directs the school's Femme Choir. She was director of the Southland Youth Choir and is director of the mixed voice choir, the Ensemble, and the Fovo Harmony Chorus, part of the international Sweet Adelines organisation. She was a coach and educator with Young Women in Harmony, a national initiative providing musical education for women under 25. Miss Ray is musical coordinator of the Invercargill Proms music event, which raises funds for local charities. Miss Sarah Ray, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the King's Service Medal, Mrs. Glenda Davies of Havelock for services to the community. Glenda Davies is Chair of the Pelorus Area Health Board Trust, PAHT. She has built strong relationships with other community groups to further the work of the Trust. She established a community lounge in PAHT premises and invites community groups to use it free of charge. She has planned events to improve community welfare. She works with Havelock Community Garden to utilize surplus produce, which she uses to make soup to distribute to seniors in need. Through these visits, Mrs. Davies has been able to identify other needs and arrange assistance, such as repairs or food packages. Mrs. Glenda Davies, please come forward. Mrs. Heidi Griffin of New Plymouth for services to the arts and the community. Heidi Griffin set up and has almost single-handedly run the Gover Street Gallery, a non-profit community art gallery that hosts poetry nights, book launches, workshops, and fundraising auctions. Gover Street Gallery is considered a cornerstone of the arts in Taranaki. Through the gallery, she's raised money for overseas and local causes. She chaired the Taranaki Arts Trail and was volunteer caterer for Te Kupenga Stone Sculpture Symposium. Mrs. Griffin has volunteered with 3 New Plymouth schools and chaired parent-teacher associations, as well as volunteering her own artistic talents to school productions and mural painting. Mrs. Heidi Griffin, please come forward. Mr. Narayanan Puluthpadath of New Plymouth for services to ethnic communities. Narayanan Puluthpadath is an active member and former president of the Taranaki Multi-Ethnic Council. He serves as funding coordinator and led the establishment of the Taranaki Multi-Ethnic Extravaganza, an annual event celebrating the diversity of the Taranaki community. As president of the New Plymouth Indian community, he registered the group under the Incorporated Societies Act and played a pivotal role in establishing Diwali as an annual celebration in New Plymouth. He is a trustee of the Sisonki Taranaki African Community Trust, providing guidance and support in setting the organization's direction. Mr. Narayanan Puluthpadath, please come forward. Your Excellency, the investiture has concluded.
New Zealand's honours system is our highest public affirmation of outstanding individual achievement. It reinforces those things that make our society better: service, manaakitanga, and the pursuit of excellence. To all our recipients today, it has been a privilege to hear your stories. You have each used your talents and abilities to improve the lives of fellow New Zealanders. In your own way, you have all exemplified the sentiments of Nobel Prize winner Marie Curie when she said, "Life is not easy for any of us. We must have perseverance and above all confidence in ourselves. We must believe that we are gifted for something and that this is the thing that must be attained." Please wear your insignia with pride at every opportunity, knowing that you inspire others by your example. On behalf of the King of New Zealand and all New Zealanders, I congratulate you on your achievements, and I thank you once again for your service to our country. Kia ora, e hui mai nei I tēnei rā. Now you will see on the back of your program the words to the national anthem in Te Reo and English. I now invite you to join with me in singing these.